I genuinely feel that currently the shift is like the shift towards experiential marketing has boomed. Previously, like probably 10 years, 5 years down the line, it might be the buzzword, but right now it has completely shifted. My question to you would be that has the traditional content marketing become less effective? What's your take on that?
100%, because we've moved into peak content fatigue. So everyone's seen all the white papers and the autoplay webinars and the drip nurture campaigns, like, which you still have to have, right? But like I said, post pandemic, people are starving for connection, for contact, and the brands that are winning aren't just seen, they're felt. Okay. And there's also the psychological aspect to it. We talked about attention spans are way shorter now. Expectations are higher, and emotion is the new currency. And that's why experiential marketing is the best content. You still need the traditional content. It isn't dead, but it's just background noise if it's not wrapped with an experience.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of True North. Experience is the new content and why experiential marketing matters. Uh, if currently, like we have seen a trend where audiences are tuning out of their ebooks, skipping webinars, not having or ghosting the gated contents that are there in the website, there is a massive lack in the way traditional marketing used to work, and that's where we have seen a huge shift towards experiential marketing. Today we are breaking down the rise of experiential marketing, not just a buzzword, but as a serious demand dense strategy. uh, Experiences are no longer just icing in the brand cake. They are content, they are real content, and they are real experiences that are shared by these bigger brands. And today I am delighted to have Troy from Astra Black join me in this episode. Troy, welcome to the episode.
Thanks, man. I'm excited to do this with you.
Yeah, great. So just to set the backdrop, so Troy, you have worked with like very big companies, and you are where creativity meets commercial impact. And at Astor Black, you have just helped company build their campaigns, architect experiences, and that just turns heads. So yeah, quite delighted to have you join over here in this. So Troy, let's start with the first set of questions.
Sure.
Like if you can give a very high level understanding of what experiential marketing is, and what is this new wave of content that is flowing in, your take.
Absolutely. Everything is about experiences, especially now. Like, it's always been about storytelling and experience, but it's even more heightened in today's world, especially after the pandemic, post pandemic, because we got so isolated, and now people really, really want to experience stuff. And where experiential marketing comes in is that, and it's different from content, is content tells, like, you need content to get out there and tell stories and make people aware of your brand, but experience transforms. Like, if people want to feel something, and if they don't feel something, it's just noise, right?
Yeah.
Experiences and new content means the moment itself, the interaction, the emotion, the immersion is now the content. Does it make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
that's like a great insight. And recently, I heard about this event that Uber did, where they invited 12 members for a private dinner. Now, a company like Uber is just inviting 12 people. They are a mass app. However, that created a story, and that story resonates with the entire audience. Here, sitting in India, someone who is having an dinner at California, that's like a huge thing, right? So
Yeah.
that's the experience that they are creating, and that's how this entire industry is transforming. You have to have a brand recall value, and that's what I guess Uber is doing currently.
And not only Uber, all the big brands. You go on Airbnb now. Like I literally just went on Airbnb's website, and at the top of the page, you see homes, experiences, services. Like
Uh,
Airbnb is obviously like you can go stay at a place, you can get your place to stay. But it's all about experiences now. Like they're selling experiences, and it's at the top of the page there. Like here's your experience. So you want to go to a city or wherever in the world, yeah, you can go stay there. But what experience are you going to have? And now they're even like tailoring. They have like Airbnb original experiences. Like they're creating these experiences that you can do. Like I looked at one that I thought was pretty cool. This festival producer for Lollapalooza, a big music festival out in California, like is selling like a service where you can go backstage with him and have this whole VIP experience. Like you get your ticket for the festival, then you can go backstage, you can go to the VIP lounge, you can see like the production side of everything, and it's only like 200 some dollars. Like imagine that. Like that's what's
yeah,
awesome. So
yeah,
now you can go if you're not from that California or the city, like you can go to the the city there for the festival, get your place with a bunch of friends, and now have a VIP experience. That's what it's all about, right? So
correct, correct. And that gives a very huge brand recall, and as well as not just for that particular set of audience, but when there's a word of mouth that spreads around, everyone is talking about it, and every time you are relevant. So that's the most important thing as well, right?
oh yeah, the whoever does that experience, what are they going to do? That's what they're going to share. Like, oh man, when I did this. I got this guy that gave me this VIP experience. You got to just go do it, sign up. That's what people share. They
Yeah,
don't share, the brochure for the festival. No, they share the experience, right? So
correct. No, that's actually right. And I genuinely feel that currently the shift is like the shift towards experiential marketing has boomed. Previously, like probably 10 years, 5 years down the line, it might be the buzzword, but right now it has completely shifted. My question to you would be that has the traditional content marketing become less effective? What's your take on that?
100% because we've moved into peak content fatigue. So
Yeah,
everyone's seen all the white papers and the autoplay webinars and the drip nurture campaigns and like which you still have to have, right? But like I said, post pandemic, people are starving for connection, for contact. And the brands that are winning aren't just seen, they're felt. Okay. And there's also the psychological aspect to it. We talked about attention spans are way shorter now.
yeah,
Ex-
yeah.
Expectations are higher, and emotion is the new currency, and that's why experiential marketing is is the best content. You still
Correct.
need the traditional content. It isn't dead, but it's just background noise if it's not wrapped with an experience.
Yeah. Because one thing is there that when we are having all of our five senses and we are seeing those things, we are feeling those things, and it's real interactions, real things. So it creates a long lasting memory, right? For anyone, let that be a B2B buyer, let that be a D2C brand who is selling sneakers. It creates that experience. I have seen like literally everywhere. You can, they have this VR shows where you can actually plug in those VRs, and they will show you how the sneaker is going to look like on you without actually having the sneaker.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
entire tradition of content, how it was placed onto just a catalog brochure on a e-commerce site, has changed.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, not just that, I was reading this article the other day. The amount of footfall on a shopping mall has increased almost like 2x times from our post pandemic. So before that, we were getting these good deals in Amazon, eBay, but now people want to really experience those things and then buy it rather than just, okay, going for that quick buck. I don't know, like, what's your take on that? This is my presumptions, but yeah.
That's actually a good thing to bring up, especially like shopping malls. Like, before all the social media and digital advertising and all that stuff, like, and now you can buy on Amazon, like, you could just click something and it comes to your house. So, like, how do you get people back to stores? You got to create some type of experience. Um, Absolutely. And what was this? Oh,
Yeah. And in
you know,
fact, I have seen couple of there are crazy products and gadgets that have come out. Like there is a mirror in which you don't need to put makeup and you can see how this makeup is going to look like. I'm like,
right?
wow, this is really fascinating. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And that's the experience you want to give because and still, like, it's when you buy clothes or shoes or makeup on a website, you can't see how it fits. So you got to get those types of experiences or services, especially if you're in luxury, like luxury fashion or everything, and you're
Yeah.
giving that tailored type of experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, where I was going to go before is like, now you, as part of the experience, so say you have a brick and mortar store, what you can do is you can create PR or seating kits. So, in Astra Black, we work with partners that design these customized kits. And what you do with them is you send them to influencers and everything, and they open them up. And you don't even tell them like what it is. You just send, hey, we're going to send you um, this kit, and we want you to open it up and put it on social media and all that. Now this is a whole part of an experience, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
so if, like I was saying, like if you have a brick and mortar store, say it's at a mall, and you're like, how do we get people to come in or make this part of an experience? Well, we're going to create this kit. We're going to send it out to people, and it's going to get posted across digital media, right? Now you now now you're creating an experience and emotion.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I want to touch upon one quick thing. So,
Yeah.
at Astrobag, you have done experiential tactics into demand gen. How does that flow into? What is that brand proposition that you are bringing out with demand gen? Can you give us a quick example that everyone can know about?
Oh, absolutely. There's so many examples because you can create an experience with anything. It just comes down to creativity and planning and project management and all that stuff. I mean, whether it's a movie campaign or the release of a game or an influencer wants to increase her business or events like music festivals or brand activations. So I like to use a music festival as a great experiential marketing experience because, first of all, the music festival is already an experience in itself, right? People are going there to have an experience, listen to music, see performers, the food and the beverage, be with people, have fun, right? But it's now it's like, how do you elevate that? It's already an experience, but how do you elevate that experience? Okay. Now, like, what you can do is have mini experiences at the festival. So you got the music, but then even if it's like vendors, Are you going to have a just traditional, boring booth set up where you're just selling your product, or are you going to do some type of experience at your booth where people are like attracted over there and everyone's going over to your booth because there's some type of experience, whether it's like a game or a giveaway or
Yeah.
interactive somehow, like maybe you have like some VR glasses where you can like see um, the performers or whatever it is, like whatever creativity you can come up with. That's another one experience. Or what if you have a budget for having some type of different rides, like at a theme park or something? Or it can even just be simpler, like maybe it's a walk-through tunnel where you have like design like at a theme park and you're walking through some tunnel all over like the festival grounds. Now these are creating experiences, okay? So and then how do you do that? That's at the event. So how do you do that online and digital? Well, it starts before, during, and after the whole event. And how do you do create experience online? Well, if it's before the event, like maybe you have some type of campaign where you have a giveaway or a scavenger hunt or like people engaging and sharing content. If you share this content, like you can get up on stage or you can win this or whatever. Like so now you're getting more engagement. You're being more part of a storytelling experience. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, absolutely. And in fact, this Salesforce organized this Dreamforce event, right? And last year they had a budget of somewhere around $20 million, and what we the stats that came out of the way they structured it, almost 75% of the attendees were the key decision makers in big enterprises, and their sales cycle kind of increased by 20 to 30%. So that was a big win for Salesforce as well. Like, they invested definitely on this experiential marketing, but then it was a gala. It was like everyone was having fun. They were
Mm,
having dinners, breakfast together. It was a theme park ride, right?
yeah,
So I guess this like ties down to what you were just saying about the theme park experience, and that was pretty great that Salesforce could use this as one of their techniques.
absolutely. That's how you got to think, and that's what we do. Like that's what Asher Black does. We help design those experiences, right? And now
Yes,
going back to the digital world, like it's all customer journey. So, what tools are you using, or what for customer journey? Like where they are in a customer journey in the digital world. So, say they do come to your website. Okay, now you've obviously put a cookie on a pixel, right, for them, and now you're following them through their journey. And if they go to a product but they don't buy it, now there's a follow up saying, "Hey, you left this in your cart," or now you see the ads every other website you go to. and so, and
absolutely.
now it's reminding you like you were looking at this product, and then you see it like 10 times, you still haven't bought it. Now, depending on how good you have your 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 technology like integrated, like you can even follow up with them like, hey, like personally, like someone from the company can reach out and be like, hey, we saw that you looked at this product, are you interested in these products? And then you just keep going.
Yeah.
And then you go through the whole customer journey, and then it becomes more customized and customized. And the more customized it is for that person, the more they're going to feel like, oh, this person gets me. um, and you're recommending products or services that are for them, not just everyone, right?
Yeah.
So it gets deep. It gets really
Yeah.
deep, and that's what. you know, we do. That's what we love to
Yeah,
do for our clients, right? It even
yeah,
starts with like what you guys do with, the websites and Webflow and the branding and all that. Like,
yeah,
you're going to come to the website and what type of experience UX, they call it UX design for a
yeah,
reason, user
yeah.
experience. Is it just some boring little page, or are you going to have an experience on the website itself? Because what do a lot of people do first? I know I do it. If I don't know a company or something, I'm going to check out your website. And if the website is, lackluster, I'm already losing trust in
Yeah.
in your brand. Um, so do you agree with that? I would.
Absolutely, absolutely. I 100% agree to that. And so it ties up very neatly. So the one that you explained about how it follows you and you keep seeing those ads. And if you have a very good brand logo, brand colors, and it's premium, so you start to think that, okay, this is a premium brand. And then your buying decision becomes very easier for a, let's say, sneaker company, or let that be a scented candle company. So when you
Yeah,
keep seeing that brand, you see the logo, you kind of resonate all the time. Okay, I have seen this somewhere. This might be the one that I should be buying.
yeah,
So it's not that a lot of people are talking about it, but it's personalized towards your experience. So you
yeah.
will be seeing ads that are based on your preferences. You would be seeing those ads which will have those depiction of your characteristics rather than a generic ad, right? So it keeps telling you. So for example, I was seeing the other day this. So I spill sometimes coffee on my shirt, and I saw this ad which says that if even if you spill the coffee, it wouldn't stain. And it kept following me for a couple of days, and I'm like, okay, it resonates with me. I am the person over
Yeah.
there in that video, and this seems like a good brand, so why not, let's try it out. And it turned out to be good. The company name was Terms, I guess, and they are doing quite well in India. So yeah, that's like the experience that they are creating.
Yes, exactly. Love
Like
that.
currently, if I see about experiences, it has taken over. Like we don't see it until someone talks like this, but it's everywhere. People are using digital medium, people are using physical medium, everywhere it's going on right now.
Yep. And experience also comes with how well you are treating your customers. Like how well you how it comes down to how well you care. Do you care
Yeah,
about the customer? Like, kind of going off of what you're saying, like how the ads follow you, but even like if they're already a customer and say something happens, like I remember hearing about a brand for, I think it was like a pet company brand, but they have like subscription boxes for like, I forgot what it was for like pet food or something. But
okay,
they found out, like the company found out from like the housekeeper or something that the dog passed away, so they canceled the account. And the homeowners didn't know about this, but the company sent a like a care package to the homeowner saying, sorry for your loss of the dog, blah blah blah, right?
yeah,
And it wasn't like some amazing big gift, but it was just the thought of like getting that in the mail
yeah,
and be like, these people care about. Now I'm a loyal customer, and what am I going to do? I am going to tell everyone else to use this service. Like, that's part
yeah,
of the experience as well. Does that make
yeah.
sense?
Yes, absolutely. The
Yeah.
small details also does matter,
Oh yeah.
and the customer, if you have that empathy, and that just gave them a story, right? So if they are having that empathy, it's not just a product service exchange. It's more about the journey that both of them took. So now you are associated with it as a story format. So yeah,
Yes.
that's what
Emotion,
we remember.
story. Yes. That's exactly it.
So, one interesting question I have. So, I don't know whether there's any answer to this, right answer, wrong answer. I'm not pretty sure. So, generally, experiential campaigns are costly. Okay. So, how does a marketing leader should budget it? What's the ROI? Can we find out some ROI? What do you think? How can we do it?
It's really a mind shift, a mindset shift, I should say. So instead of asking what does it cost, it's what does it actually create? Because when you do experiential right, you're not just getting leads. You're creating content, testimonials, PR, social buzz, brand memory. Like it becomes a full funnel engine. So it's
Yeah.
that's what you got to ask yourself. Not really how much it costs. Like obviously you want to keep within your budget, but you can also tier it up. So you can start small, test formats, and then expand based on the ROI of those things. In my experience, the impact always outweighs the initial investment because the value isn't just in leads; it's in the lasting attention.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, yes. That and in fact, so we just talk about that. Okay, we did this campaign, and what's the ROI? But just now, you just like you mentioned that there's brand awareness, there is deep rooting of your brand story into these customers, and those are actually paid activities which company invest into. So you are literally taking off that part and you're putting it into experiential marketing. So if I talk about the ROI also, it's kind of you have to consider all of these factors so that everything can merge and then you can talk about ROI. Is that
Yep.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Great. Great. And I want to understand one thing. So, for a B2B technology or a SaaS company, what kind of experiences can be created? Like, we understood that there is an event like Dreamforce, but is there anything else that is in top of your mind that we can create?
As far as a SaaS company, or is that what you're asking?
Yeah, SaaS technology, any B2B companies that we can create some experience. So B2C, we have seen that it works really wonder. We
Right.
are the customer, but in B2B, is there anything that we can create for them?
There is. Um, I think it comes back to caring about your customers because even B2B, like those are, we're still customers to each other, right?
Yeah.
So how do you create that experience?
And I
It's,
guess currently I have seen this trend of hosting small dinner events, all of those things. So those are experiences, right? For B2B also, it might
yeah,
work. I don't know. Like it's more personalized. It's more of like there's this event going on, for example, London Tech Week, and you just gave them a pass for a dinner, right? Uh, they might be a customer, they might not be, but let's say they are into the same space and then you are having a chat with them. It's more of real connect and connections that you see, and then probably they are your customers, right?
yes, yeah, absolutely.
Great. One quick question, like if like it might be the same little bit similar question to that. If a startup CMO is thinking tomorrow that I'll have an experiential marketing, how can Astra Black help, and what is that like not like a Dreamforce event of 20 million, but a smaller thing? What can we do for them?
So depending, you can just start off small. Like it doesn't have to be some extravagant thing because, like we were talking about, like an experience can be a cinematic brand video for for the company. It could be a pop up, depending on like what the company does. Right? It could be a pop up. I mean, say it's a restaurant and you just do a small little pop up like downtown in the city. Uh, it the the size of the event or the experience is not necessarily what matters. It's the intention. And if that experience creates the emotion. So it doesn't have to be some big budget thing. Obviously, more budget you have, the more creative you can get and do. But it goes back to that ROI question, like, and just starting off small, and then you flip that, right? And then you keep doing it and seeing what works, and then building bigger and bigger. Does it make
Yeah.
sense?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And in fact, the smallest of billboard to the biggest of event like Dreamforce, all of these are experiences, right? So you
Yeah,
can start off with a small thing onto a social media ad, creating that attention, or to this form of content and this form of marketing. So yeah, so that's like a huge bridge that we can actually work in every segment. If you have a higher budget, we'll get more creative. There are a lot of things that you can do, but if you have smaller budget, you can start off small. It can be a billboard for couple of weeks. It can be a giveaway which you can do just to make a story,
yeah.
right? So yeah, that's kind of interesting propositions. So, looking ahead into this field, what do you think, like in the coming years, what the shift is going to be? How are things going to change? Do you see any trends that are shaping up? Anything that you can give insights on?
Absolutely. And now we're in an AI world. And as AI can automate more and more content, it becomes human experiences. Like that's the premium layer because that's where storytelling is going to collide with the tech and the AR and all the stuff. So the audience isn't just consuming, they have to participate. And
Yeah,
in tree and entertainment and creative sectors, brands will win by designing culture, not just campaigns. Experience first isn't a trend, it's now the standard.
great closing thoughts. And I'm quite like in this webinar. I was like, there are a lot of things that I could gain from you. I could understand now more deeper onto how this entire experiential marketing works. And thanks a lot for this insights. And yes, we'll tune into another episode. We'll be discussing something about storytelling. There are a lot of things that has to be discussed. So yeah, thanks a lot,
Absolutely.
Troy.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. See you. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys.